again. Yes, this is the second stream of the day. How's everybody doing? Welcome back to your regularly scheduled long dark episode. As in, not... Oh, I just realised that could be confusing. This isn't Wintermute, it's survival. When I say episode, I mean episode for me, not as episode as in Wintermute. Did I make that sufficiently clear? And I do have the microphone on. Oh, good. I've had a couple of occasions lately where I didn't have the microphone on. So, where were we? Yesterday, I got Astrid Greenwood to the Ranger's residence. I never know what it's called. Ranger's house? It's not a cabin. Residence? Anyway, the Ranger's place on Mystery Lake, and then proceeded to go across Mystery Lake, avoiding the wolves, to investigate the fishing cabins on the other side, just in case there was some good stuff in there, which so far not really. Unfortunately, I don't have the revolver. There wasn't one in the usual place. But I still have the rifle, so I suppose that's better than nothing. The current situation, as you may have been able to deduce from the thumbnail, is that we're stuck in a fishing cabin with a howling blizzard outside. And I suppose technically howling wolves, although I can't see them for the blizzard. So, I do have food. I hope I don't have to try and make my way across the lake in the middle of a blizzard, even though that's quite doable, if I can get the direction more or less correct. Actually, I just could follow the lake shore, but I don't want to do that. So, let's see what the weather and Mystery Lake will challenge us with today. Now, I never did get started on 100 Ways to Die. I need to revisit that, don't I? I'd forgotten about that. Right, and it is nearly night time, and I do have enough water, and I think I've got enough food. Yes, I've got enough food. There's, of course, no fire. Linux is doing its thing where it drifts off the screen. Hang on a second. Right. Let's see whether that helps. The things you have to do. Yeah, so... not exactly weather conducive to going to an idle stride. I swear this looks and sounds worse than usual. And now that I'm here, I'm trying to remember if there is...
barely walk with this much gear.
I'm trying to remember if there's another cabin over in that. I think there is actually at the end of the lake. I could conceivably light a fire here if I needed to. Conceivably. If it was sheltered enough. So, yeah, not going anywhere in this. And that was disturbing. Sorry, mouse wandered off the screen. Why is the mouse doing that this morning? Normally it doesn't. I seem to have accidentally brought up my channel content on YouTube Studio for Kind Heart Survivors. The first demo. And I have news about that. So I suppose I might as well try and sleep through the night.
I'm not going to be able to carry this load for much longer.
Hang on a second. I just realized I've done something silly. Yes.
Front right.
My professionalism knows no bounds. I was, So if you heard some weird sounds going on there, that was probably because the microphone was picking up my loudspeakers, which it shouldn't have been. Drat. For some reason, I had not switched back to my earbuds so I could hear the game. And unfortunately, I've got pass-through on, so to me it sounded like it was the earbuds, even though it wasn't. Yeah, that's better. Now I can actually hear it in my ears. Hey, Danny, how are you doing? Welcome back. So, as you were such a part of the Kind Heart Survivors demo live stream, I thought I'd share this with you. Ludo Thinking got back to me this morning, or late last night, I'm not entirely sure which, to say they'd seen the live stream. They also discovered in the process two things. The first thing they discovered was that the demo on Steam was the wrong one. They have subsequently uploaded a new demo, which I plan on taking a look at later. The second thing they didn't realize was potential issues with widescreens, because apparently they hadn't really developed it for widescreens and don't have access to a widescreen. So I'm not sure if they've actually made any changes specifically to deal with this kind of setup. So I'm going to restream the demo, the new demo, later today, probably about 1 o'clock, presumably for less than an hour. So they were quite nice, you know. I was surprised they got back to me at all. Frankly, I wasn't expecting that, but they did. And so I figured the least I can do is have a look at the updated demo. I have run it. It is a bit different, and you can now choose the language that you wish to play the game in, which I presume is part of what was cut off, but the settings screen now includes language. So they've already made some improvements, so I figure, you know what, let's take another look. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Your insights last time made the stream much better than it otherwise would have been had it just been me. Oh, pastime. To be honest with you, just the fact that you can now select the language is a huge thing. So I'm very glad they got that sorted. And the exit screen has changed. You know, where you hit exit to come out, yeah, they got something there now, which I don't remember seeing previously. So, I have not played the demo itself, so I'll be going into that cold like I did last time. Ah, right. Yeah, no, they changed language selection, and I'm assuming. I mean, for me, when I ran it up just to make sure it would run, it defaulted to English. So now I've got a chance of actually seeing what it says on the screen, or understanding what it says on the screen.
Wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Okay, we have a clear day. Oh, no, 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 no. There are the wolves. 1, 2. Yeah, there's another hut over here, so we'll check that out. I am not in the mood to mess around with them. I think I've tried going up and around here before, and I think I hurt myself. Maybe if I don't look at the wolves, they'll ignore me. We definitely want to check out the fishing huts themselves. Ah, yes. Okay, this is what I was looking for. Yeah, that's the key to the lockbox, which has MREs in it. Honestly, I don't know whether I'll need it, but we'll see. I think sometimes there's something useful behind one of these huts. Ah. Okay, that's not what I had in mind.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Oh, I'm sure you can, Astrid. I mean, if you found a revolver, I'm sure you'd be delighted to carry it. Well, at least I would be. Okay. Not a huge amount here, unfortunately. I think the bear, if it spawns here, can appear in this region. Its spawn location, I believe, is kind of over the hill.
This pack is getting kind of heavy. I think I can use this.
A single revolver cartridge, but no revolver. Alright, now we try out the fishing huts. Which means probably having to shoot a wolf or two, or I could just avoid them altogether. I mean, I don't see how I can visit this hut without encountering the wolves. I don't think, I'm pretty certain I haven't actually been to this region in Stalker, have I? Not successfully. I don't want to push my luck.
This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
Good news, if I can make it to this doorway, they'll forget I exist. More revolver ammunition. I don't remember finding revolver ammunition in here before. Did nobody actually do any fishing in here? And I really don't like... Yay. If I step out and try and go somewhere, it's going to be after me. Or maybe not. Oh, I kind of thought it would. Maybe I can sneak over there. Or maybe not. Now, technically, it can't see me. I could use the wolf skin, to be honest, but I don't necessarily want to. Oh, it's so tempting just to take the shot. Let's hope that other wolf is scared enough for now.
I can't feel my feet.
Just gonna warm up. Oh! Hello, Andrew. It is Stalker. Yes.
Come on, little fire.
If you look, it's actually in my Stalker playlist. Might as well do some fishing. Yeah, I understand if you crouch, they
Barely walk with this much gear.
Oops, no. Well, looks like we're going to have to deal with... How much water have I got? Oh yeah, I'm actually fairly good. Should be able to get an hour.
And all I can think about is food.
Nope. Ah! That was foolishness. Silly me. And it's getting cold. Oh, do I want to make a dash for it? I might have to. I don't really want to. Oh. Stuck in a fishing hut without a door. Ooh, I know. One thing I want to just have a quick check, see. I can... Yes, it's not cold enough that I can't sleep in here, which is good to know. Or at least it's not cold enough at the moment.
I'm not going to be able to carry this load for much longer.
Might as well cook some fish. Come on, little fire.
Lighten that look.
She didn't say it.
Come on, little fire.
There we go. Now I'm happy.
Perfect.
Oh, I thought I had more than that. Nope. I think we might go for it. Oh, hang on. Going the wrong way. Where's the other one? Trapped. Can't see it. There it is. Okay, I've got wolf skins in the morning. Well, there you go. There's not an encounter you necessarily wish to have. At night, point blank range, irritated wolf. And there should be all the wolves in this area. That was an owl, wasn't it? Tell me that was an owl. Tell me that wasn't a fourth wolf. Oh, I'll come back in the morning and pick up 2 wolf skins. And I know technically I could have just walked across the ice with a flare, but I didn't. And that is 3 wolf skins, which is useful. And I think that's... don't know whether you can see that. I think that's another wolf on the ice over there. Right at the corner of the screen. Well, was. At least I got some food. Oh dear. And we, and we have an aurora coming. Very glad I didn't get caught out on the ice in the middle of an aurora. Of course, with my luck, the moose will be right up there and decide that now is a good time to get irritated at me.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Right. That's what you call a result. Of sorts. Oh, that's right, their eyes glow or something, don't they? Definitely need water in the morning. But for now, at least I've got food. But in a way, killing the wolves on the ice gave me, well, if I was playing tomorrow and Sunday, then it would give me 3 days. Because the way things are, I'm not. Oh no, Sunday. No, Sunday is not a long dark day. So the next time I play this after day will be Monday, at which point the wolves are probably maybe be back at some point then. Oops. Definitely need to make some water today. Well, when she wakes up. Yeah, she's been picking up food along the way. Don't really think it's as much as it looks. Go. Yeah, so for the benefit of everybody who's joined us in the last about half an hour, I was just telling Danny, who was part of my live stream a couple of days ago for Kind Heart Survivors. The developers of Kind Heart Survivors contacted me again, said they'd seen the demo. Oh, whoops, it's the wrong demo, and we don't have a live stream to test on. So they put a new demo up on Steam. Were very kind, very nice to me. So I will have another go at their demo later on, about 1 o'clock. Just in case anyone's interested. And I'll say it again, I've got absolutely no idea why they're talking to me. Why are they talking to an amateur streamer with only 253 subscribers? But they did, and they're, you know, it is actually kind of flattering, to be honest. So that's why I'm going to do another live stream for them. I'm not associated with them beyond they contacted me. That's it. I'm not being paid for this or anything. I have a suspicion it won't be a hugely lengthy live stream. I don't expect it to be more than about half an hour, because I suspect that the presentation, I suspect it looks better, but I suspect the content will be the same. So we'll see, though. I do like having oats on me. You can get through the night on oats. Right, I should have enough time to... Oh, look, I put some water down. Yeah, okay. That was thoughtful of me.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
I'm not sure I'm going anywhere in this. So, yeah, I plan on streaming at 1 o'clock. So that's in 2.5 hours? No. Hang on. It's 9:30. 3.5 hours. Like I said, it'll probably be no more than half an hour. What am I doing? I am... Why did I put lantern fuel there? Oh, it's empty. Nah. Did I leave any wood over here? I did not. I thought I... Okay. Maybe I'll cook up a couple of liters. Just find a few more things to break. Why are you giving me threatening music? Don't give me threatening music, please. I don't want threatening music while I'm inside the house.
Man, this pack is getting kind of...
Threatening music inside the house doesn't make any sense. Although the demo's on Steam. So it's available to anybody. But no, back on, what was it, a couple of days, Wednesday? Tuesday, Wednesday, they emailed me and said, would I be interested in sharing it with my viewers? And I thought, well, why not? You know, it's something different. And who knows? Yeah. So I can't fault them for how they've... I didn't know, you see, whether when they first contacted me, was it just sort of out the blue? He will just send stuff out to a bunch of people, but that that they replied to me personally and had apparently or clearly watched the live stream, not live, but they watched it. I mean, yeah, no, it's yeah, and then said, oh no, we've updated the demo. Thank you for pointing that out, essentially, or words to that effect. And oh, we didn't think about widescreens. So, you know, I see no reason why I shouldn't help them along. Danny and I agreed that it might appeal to children under the age of 8. It's very cutesy.
Come on, little fire. Come on. I wonder if I can...
Very straightforward. I wouldn't play it, but, you know. Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah. That's a good one.
had it been sort of like obviously from a, you know, a mailing list, and I was one of, you know, several hundred people, might have affected it, but no, they seem to be. Maybe one of them's a subscriber. I don't know. Funnier things have happened. I do know there's some odd demographics that I noticed some time ago. I haven't looked lately, but I had Brazil was sort of after the United States. Brazil was in my sort of top 2 or 3 after that, and in terms of percentage of the videos viewed, the Brazilians were streets ahead of everybody else. I mean, it was only, I can't remember how many actual views it was, but they'd watched the entirety of a bunch of stuff, I think. So, you know, it's who knows? Maybe one of them's a fan. Right. That was good timing. I have some extra water. Okay, let's see if I can go and get those wolf pelts and guts.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Yep. Step 1, check for the moose. No moose. Step 2, is there a spare wolf on the lake? What have I got in terms of food on me? Yeah, should be alright. Cross fingers. There's always cattails. Just thinking, if I'm carrying oats, I really should carry the pot, because I can't cook oats in a frying pan, apparently. I don't honestly think you're my first Russian viewer. I mean, after the United States, I think at the moment, English are sort of second, or is it the Canadians? And then it's Indonesia. And I think I've had a... trying to remember if I've talked to somebody where I knew that they were Russian. I don't know, to be honest. So you may very well be the first drat. How many wolves are there on this lake? Okay, that's a deer. Yeah, that's a deer. Maybe it was a deer I saw last night over there. It may have been a deer. I could use that 4th wolf coat. Very tempting to go and see if I can't plink that as well. I could use a wolfskin coat. Oh, thanks. Yep, I want the wolfskin coat. Slightly depressing. First thing I do is litter the lake with dead wolves. One, two. One crow feather farm. Agree. The shadows made me wonder whether the bear was creeping up on me. Okay. Three wolfskins and some gut. And a lake that is temporarily safe. Yeah, pretty certain then that what I saw was that deer. Yes, I'm pretty certain. Last night during the blizzard, when I saw something over there, yeah, I think that was the deer. Now I really want for those maple sticks to cure.
God, I'd eat anything right about now.
So that I can make the bow. And I need to do a bunch of fishing. Which I... Oh, actually, no. If everything works out, we'll get the gut cured. We'll get... I've got hooks. We can therefore make line. We could be good to go. And I'll check the rifle condition when we get back in. There's no reason why this rifle would break easily, even if it's a customized 303. They're not exactly fragile. I mean, the action and barrel are probably the same. Yeah, I know. It's the game rather than reality. Always check for the moose. Because I know the moose doesn't always spawn up there. I've had it spawn twice. Once it was there when I came into the region. And another time it spawned in while I was actually here. So it had been absent for days and then it popped up.
And this pack is getting kind of heavy.
Right, so that's my maple sticks, which are coming along nicely. Let's drop off the wolf pelts. Progress. Oh, I was going to check the condition of the rifle, wasn't I? Because I had it up to, what, 50-something%? Oh, yes. It does lose condition quite quickly. Why am I carrying 2 frying pans? I should have just carried the pot. Mental note to self, if you're carrying oats, carry the pot. That way you can always make porridge. And as I've said before, I once made it through the night on nothing but porridge because that's all I had. Here we go. No, I've seen it there twice. And I think I've ended up shooting it both times. It's worth expending the ammunition on, to be honest. If I'm here long enough, it might... No, yeah. Because, I mean, both times that I've seen it was in Voyager difficulty, not Stalker. And as I said, the first time, it was clear, it wasn't there, and then one day, go out, look over there, there's a moose. And I didn't realize that was a moose spawn point. Yes, I kind of agree, but yeah, they don't have the recipes. I think I already said, if you give me fat or oil and oats and water, I'll make ash cakes if I have to. You could do that. Right. Anyway, what time of day is it? Getting a bit late, so I'll save some of that for later. Yeah, I picked up no end of accelerant somehow. And oh yeah, that's my spare boots. I am not taking those apart. Excuse me, I think I have to sneeze. Every time I think I'm going to sneeze on camera and I mute the microphone, almost every single time I don't sneeze. I think there's one occasion in the last year where I thought I was going to sneeze and didn't. Sorry, and did. Unfortunately, I had the microphone off. Microphone is back on again. Yeah, oh good. I'm thinking. Yeah, I've got food. I'm just going to look outside. But no, yeah, there's things you could do with the skillet that you could do with the pot. And vice versa, don't forget. Whatever you do with the pot, with the skillet, you should be able to do with the pot. You want to fry something up, you can make that in a pot as well as a skillet. You want to render down the fat, you can do it in either one. I think you need the pot for that, but, in principle. Yeah, it's not really worth my dashing out, is it? What time of day is it? Nah. I could go do some fishing. Is it worth going to do some fishing? Only I can tell. Of course, the longer I dither, the less likely I'm actually going to go and do the fishing. We'll do it in the morning. I'll chicken out. Well, of course, the other thing is the dead bodies you encounter. When you look at them, some of them have got boots, some of them have got clothing. You know, you could light a fire by them, defrost the clothing, and help yourself.
Carry much more.
Oh, yes. You don't need syrup for pancakes. Absolutely. No, I mean, syrup on pancakes is, yes, I think it's a relatively recent thing. I don't think that helps me. Yes, I know there's cooking oil there. I've also got some salt. I was going to think, where did I find? Yes, yes. I think I've said something similar about that as well, haven't I? If I was that hungry, and you have all these frozen bodies lying around, yeah, you would eat them. I don't care if you're a vegetarian or not. If you're getting that hungry, you would probably eat them. Right, I am actually going to take a quick break because the coffee is catching up with me. So I'll be back in a couple of minutes. Don't go anywhere. And I'll be with you shortly. And I'm back. Yes, yes. Why did she say avoid the brain? Is it because of Creutzfeldt-Jakobsen's, or just simply that it goes off faster? There is a version of Creutzfeldt-Jakobsen's disease, which is a prion disease, like scrapie, for anyone interested, that does affect humans, but it was one particular tribe who practiced what you might call burial cannibalism. That is, they
I need
would
to find food.
their method of showing respect for their dead was to eat the corpse. Right, yeah. Kuru is Creutzfeldt-Jakobsen's disease, a version of it. And this particular tribe, yeah, there were two factions of this particular tribe. One practiced bereavement cannibalism or burial cannibalism, and the other didn't. Those that practiced bereavement cannibalism ended up dying of Kuru, yes, which is a version of Creutzfeldt-Jakobsen's, and the other didn't. And because it's a prion disease, it's 100% fatal. So, yeah. But I don't think there's a huge risk of Kuru in this area. But yeah, it rots faster would definitely be a reason to avoid it. And if I was monetized, this stream just got probably thoroughly demonetized. But I'm not monetized, so it's okay. What have I got else? What else have I got to eat? Eat what I can. Pick up some water. Now, curiously, if you want to avoid Creutzfeldt-Jakobsen's, you want to avoid eating squirrel brains as well. In parts of the American Deep South, squirrel brains and gravy apparently is something of a delicacy amongst some communities. Unfortunately, some of the squirrels are infected with Creutzfeldt-Jakobsen's, and it does transfer over to humans. So if anybody offers you squirrel brains and gravy in the Deep South, don't eat it. I haven't got a complete list in my head of the various versions of that. Well, no, it wasn't terrifying. It was their way of showing respect. And obviously some agreed with it and some didn't. I don't know the precise breakdown or the precise history, and my memory is notoriously, I won't say scatty, but yeah, no, it wasn't like they hunted people down. They actually waited till their elderly died and then ate them. What am I doing? I am going to... Hang on. Do I have... Have I run out of tinder? I think you're relatively safe. Well, I don't think it was the squirrels were roadkill. People have been eating squirrels for a long time. I can't place dog food down? I can't. Kidding me. Hello, Sir Nisus. And I hope I'm not your father. My son should be in college right now. Ah, I'm sure you do. Heh, look at that. That did work. Hey, Tony. How you doing? Gang's all here. Well, some of the gang's here. No, it's not. The gang's not all the gang's here, obviously. Some of them are not. What am I doing? Sleeping. So now I actually need to, let me see, I need snares. I have not played the stories for the Far Territory. So I'm assuming that the stories in the Far Territory are not separate from the Far Territory you have. I have not been able to find a way to play the stories in the Far Territory. So otherwise I would do so. I'm assuming, like the radio one, they're part and parcel of survival mode. And I haven't played those stories though, so I don't know. If you want to know about Wintermute, I can tell you all about that, because I finished what's available. And as far as I know, episode 6, Broken Silence, is now part of the game, so... I was very irritated. I thought Broken Silence was part of Wintermute, and I assumed that episode 5 was out. And then I finished episode 4 on stream, and then discovered that no, there is no episode 5 isn't out. Oh. Well, let's just pass time for a couple of hours until it maybe warms up out there. Yeah, that'll do. So now I am down to why is she? So, do I go fishing or do I? Let's see. I want these cured. I'd rather not go throwing rocks. It's easier and quicker to simply go and put out the snares, so I am going to go fishing until such time as...
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
Yeah, nothing there. Actually, I just realized I can now, in principle, safely check out the rest of the cabins, so we will do that just on the off chance that somebody has left something useful behind. Oh, and I should... Yeah, let's grab some cattails. People have watched me survive on cattails in the darndest of places. Here's an observation for you. If you ever see me stop like this and just look intently, it means I've seen a blob. Oh yes, there's a suspicious blob. Is that blob wolf or bear? Or cougar? Yeah, the ending of episode 4 was infuriating because people have been waiting for episode 5 for years. It's become sort of like the Winds of Winter for Game of Thrones fans. Are we ever going to see Winds of Winter? Nah, probably not. They'll probably have to get Brandon Sanderson to finish it off. Although I'm not sure it's really his style. Who would you get to finish off Winds of Winter when George R.R. Martin dies? Because his likelihood of living long enough to publish the final 2 books is increasingly remote. Now, I've checked in here, haven't I? No, I have not. Ah, an axe. I didn't check in here, he says, squeaking. The closest one to me, and I hadn't checked it. Give me fishing gear or a revolver. Go check my feather farm. checked. Yeah, I mean, I think Joe Abercrombie could do a good job of it, to be honest, because he's an established, whatchamacallit, grimdark author. So he could capture a lot of the tone. I can actually think of a couple of other authors who might. I mean, Anna Smith Spark, sometimes called the Queen of Grimdark. I think she could do a halfway decent job. And I'm trying to remember. Andrea Stewart, actually, could probably do it quite well. I think both of them could do it better than Sanderson, but...
Oh, I've never been so hungry in my life.
And I'm not saying that because I talked to both of them at different times. And I know I've checked in here. Yes. I could have sworn there was a hut I've missed, but apparently not. Oh, that's... Am I missing a hut somewhere? I thought there were more of them. I've already checked the huts out over there, incidentally, in case anybody's wondering. Alright, if I have to pick a hut to fish in, it's the one with the door. I'm trying to think who else. Of course, the problem is who would be willing to take the risk of following up on an established writer. I mean, we know Brandon Sanderson's did it because he completed, what was it, The Wheel of Time. I haven't read much of The Wheel of Time, and I know a lot of people like it, but I haven't heard any complaints about Sanderson completing it. I think somebody who does historical fiction, given that the world of A Song of Fire and Ice is essentially based somewhat on European history. Con A. Goldman, and I can't remember the precise spelling. He's done some pretty... Actually, he's done fantasy. He might be suitable. Oh, you're kidding me.
All I can think about is food.
James S.A. Turney. No, Simon. Simon. S.J.A. Turney. Yeah, he could do it, actually. But I don't think he would, to be honest. He's got very much his own thing going, and this would be...
Meat trees?
Okay, we got something. But I suppose the thing is to actually finish it off,
Getting too
they're going to want an established name. I don't think they're going to go after someone who hasn't been heard of. So, Joe Abercrombie? If I had a smaller fish, I'd use bait. I don't want to use my large fish for bait. Really? You're gonna do this to me? For some reason, David Weber's name just popped into my head, but he is best known for sci-fi. Even though he is clearly of handling something with that degree of scope. Yeah, I'm sure there's half a dozen authors that I've completely forgotten. Why am I so smelly? And I mean in the game, not real life. I'm just going to grab the last gut. Well, thank goodness for cattails. I don't think I'll need them this evening. Yeah, reason I'm a little bit like a... Weeds are an opinion rather than an actual identification. There's lots of so-called weeds that you can eat. Well, apart from the bear, my understanding is that on some difficulty levels, a bear will track you across half the map. Even though there's no wind. Funny thing is, seeing as we're talking about books, or I am, Robert Jordan. I knew of. I'd read Robert Jordan before The Wheel of Time, because for me at least, he got his start writing novels about Conan the Barbarian. He was actually quite good. I did try to read The Wheel of Time, and I never could get into it. I might try again at some point. Oh, that's somebody. Hang on, trying to remember his name. Who wrote? Was it The Tales of Mazatlan? Is it Stephen Erickson? Actually, he might be pretty good as a Martin replacement. Just don't, please, somebody get a Hollywood screenwriter to do it. Look what they did to season 7 and 8.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Why do is it just the fish that's causing that? I mean, it's not that big a fish. I mean, it'll get me through the night, but
Come on, little fire. Come on.
oh no, cedar firewood, perfect. Come on, cook. Yes. Cook. Why aren't you letting me cook in the cooking pot? Thank you. And another night. Well, another day bites the dust as he heads the wrong way. In England, I call them bulrushes. So cattails is an American / Canadian thing, I think. To me, they're bulrushes, but the same basic thing. And you don't eat the stalks, you eat the roots. What I found really funny about Game of Thrones, I mean, it's a great series. It's based on things like the Wars of the Roses. People have argued that Westeros is basically England with bits cut off and turned around and all this kind of thing. Things like the Red Wedding is inspired by actual event in during the Wars of the Roses. And yet, in the end, the whole book, the whole series, is about a zombie apocalypse. Which I thought was hilarious when I realised that. Yeah, okay, I'm assuming, to be honest with you, that what they call cattails are the same as bulrushes, but the appearance is those of what I would normally call bulrushes in this country. And bulrushes, essentially, they die off over winter, and they store starch in their roots, so they can regrow come the spring. And so you normally gather the roots during winter, which, as I've commented before, must be yeah, which must be nightmarish. Can you imagine wading through icy, muddy ponds to collect the roots of cattails and bulrushes? I don't think you eat the stalks. You certainly don't in winter, because the plant is dead essentially during winter. So, don't know about the rest of the year. It's entirely possible. It's a new day. Yeah, I need... Okay. I know one thing I need to do while I think about it is... Let's recycle my arrows. There we go, there's the other one. Well, that's going to take a while. And I've got one more. They're almost done. Back on the hunt for food. I know I've got a bunch of stuff, but...
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Yes, you can. And we're off hunting cattails. Just until I can get some snares sorted and a bow sorted. And once I got the bow, I can go hunting deer. I do not necessarily want to... If I had a revolver, I'd take a shot at a deer with the revolver, but... I've done that before. Oh, why am I still stinky? What have I got on me that is... Oh, I've still got gut on me. Okay. That makes sense. That's why they had that marker up in the first place. No, it wasn't, because I had raw fish on me. Never mind. Now, the real Red Wedding, I don't remember all the details of, and it wasn't as planned out as Walder Frey managed it. And I'm not sure that anybody actually died, but my memory says the entire event was slightly farcical, but if I do need to go back and check my feather farm. Oh, yes. I do want this burdock. Anna used to, I think I used to irritate her quite a bit because I wouldn't necessarily harvest the burdock. But when you have vitamin C turned on and you run out of pinnacle peaches and you're not into eating raw fish, burdock was my replacement for vitamin C. Or has been. And each prepared serving is 250 calories, so you can eat it at a pinch. In fact, a few days ago when I was doing that surviving in forlorn muskeg in the middle of a blizzard, that little episode, yeah, it was actually burdock that helped keep me alive. Oh, and the wolves have despawned. Any feathers? No feathers. One feather. Should have made more effort. I think there's a body up here, isn't there? Sometimes, or a backpack. There's a backpack. Do we have a release date for
I don't need this anymore.
do we have a release date for Black Frost? Or is that still sort of maybe next year? I'll be honest, I don't really have my hopes set up for next year. It'd be nice if it happens. I mean, they could easily do the pre-release version. Oh, there we go. My tether farm is still intact. But they did say, did they not, that they were sort of planning on continuing working on the Long Dark and Black Frost at the same time. What? No feathers? I suppose the weather hasn't been conducive to the crows. Yeah, of course, the big question is when in 2026. I do plan on getting it pretty much as soon as it goes into early access. Oh, that's interesting. I'm not sure how they would do NPC survivor communities. They would either have to have some pretty good AI or have it scripted. Maybe because oh, mind you, there are ways they could do it. I mean, can you imagine an NPC making, you know, in this environment? All right, let's try our hand at fishing with my last. This might be the last time I can fish. Well, not for a while, until the gut cures. And then I've got, yeah, several things I want to do with that. Yeah, that would work, yeah.
I can barely walk with this much gear.
polar bears. They need to put polar bears in just to make life really, really unpleasant.
I'm not going to be able to carry this.
Do we have...
longer.
Do they have wild goats in Canada? I mean, bighorn sheep type wild goats? Polar bears, grizzlies. I mean, if they really wanted to, they could include whale hunting. I don't imagine they'll do that. Or seal. Yeah. Oh. You wouldn't even need to make them more aggressive, but people survive around and amongst polar bears. They have done for centuries, you know, without firearms. So it's definitely doable. Yeah, that would be useful. Or chumming for sharks. Maybe they'll have... you know, you catch Greenland shark and then you ferment them for a couple of years until they're vaguely edible. Or whatever it is the Icelandics do with the Greenland shark.
This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
Right, let me drop my piece of gut that I should have dropped a long time ago. We're getting there. Don't forget, really, there's going to have to be some limitations about what they include. There's only so much you could actually put in. What else have we got that I can break down?
Oh, I'm starving.
I just realised I've got 26 people watching. Hello, 26 people watching. I don't think I've had that many on a live stream in a while. Yes, this is very true.
Come on, little fire.
I've never had bone marrow. Oops. Yes, people do tend to wax lyrical about it, don't they?
Oh, yeah. That's a good good one.
Welcome to what you do when you don't have anything else to do. You make water.
I can barely walk with this much gear.
Right. And we're good for the night. Oh. I don't think they have to schlep them necessarily. Oh, actually, having said that, I have eaten bone marrow, but not directly. There was a restaurant I used to go to in Tucson called the Wildflower. It made one of my favorite meals, which was rack of lamb, and the sauce was made with bone marrow. It was, yeah, that was one of my. It's one of those dishes that stick in your mind, and I think I had it every single time I went there. Right. And I'm trying to think what I can fill in the next 10 minutes or so with. And the simple answer is I'm not sure. I say 10 minutes because I'm almost up for 2 hours and I have got stuff to do as usual. Not considering the fact that I've got another live stream in 2 hours, which I have to. I shouldn't have to prepare for that. I just need to schedule it, but I don't know. It's not like I'm going to write a script or anything. So seeing as that I have 26 people watching, hello everybody. Please like and subscribe. Right, that's the begging done. So just so that everybody knows, I will be the next live stream, which should be in just about 2 hours. Is not scheduled. It's not part of my regular schedule at all. The reason I'm doing it, I think this is the third time I've explained it, is a few days ago I did a first impressions video about a game called Kind Heart Survivors. It was a free demo on Steam, and the developers had contacted me and said, have a look at this and share it with your viewers. And because I thought, well, okay, why not? Let's take a look. And so it turns out, long story short, they somebody there watched the live stream, not live necessarily, but they watched it and realized that they'd put the wrong demo onto Steam. That was the first problem, and they hadn't considered people running it on widescreen. So they put a new demo up. Then they emailed me last night, early this morning, to say, thank you, very kind of you. Yeah, here's the new demo. And so I'm going to take another look at it. So that's what's happening at 1 o'clock. It's not my usual sort of time. I doubt the stream will be more than half an hour. because I don't see that much reason to, but we'll see what happens. So that's one thing. What else? I'll be back this evening for Warframe at 6 o'clock Greenwich Mean Time, or 7 o'clock British Summer Time. And let's see what else. Now, tomorrow, normally I would have some kind of live stream at this general time in the mornings. That probably won't be the case tomorrow because I'm going to Manchester. I would have gone last week, but there was a bus strike. Bus drivers went on strike, and so there was no point in my going. But apparently there isn't one this weekend, as far as I know. So I'll be in Manchester tomorrow, which means no morning live streams of any kind. Unless I do something really daft, like get up at 1 a.m., and I don't think I'm about to do that. So tomorrow's live stream will most likely be Warframe, and that will be at 6 o'clock Greenwich Mean Time. So that's the plan for the next day and a half. And of course, if you're subscribed and you've clicked the bell, you'll get notifications when I go live. Let's just have a quick look outside. And
I'm not going to be able to carry this load for much longer.
No moose. Mental note to self, don't shoot wolves on a Friday when the next time you're going to be... Oh no, wait a minute, it's 3 days in which you actually play the game, so Monday we're good. I keep forgetting that. Monday we should be good, but that lake should still be safe. Okay, yes, of course. Yeah, I hope that's right. So, yeah. I think I've said everything there is to be said, haven't I? Do I want to take a screenshot? I probably ought to. Actually, I'll tell you what we're going to do, just briefly, is... I'm probably going to regret this. We'll just have a quick... look. I've never seen the moose anywhere except more or less straight ahead of me. You know what? I'm going to save that for next time. Last thing I want is to get into a fight, possibly with a moose or a wolf, or something with teeth. Something else with teeth. I'm not implying that wolves are toothless at the end of a live stream. As amusing as that would be, because I actually have things to do, like get lunch. Oh, sorry. So, yes. Thank you also very much for watching. I do appreciate it. I will see some of you shortly, and maybe some of you later, if not both. Hope you all have a good day, and if you're heading into the weekend, I hope you have a good weekend as well. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you all very soon.